the 21st?
Sure. So, hi everybody, and I'm here at the Dundalk Historical Society quite a bit, and really enjoy it here, and glad that you hold your meetings here, and really impressed by the community spirit, like Russ and Irene and many of you, that do wonderful things in our community to make it better. So thank you very much to all of you, and Officer as well. But I'm going to be holding a picnic that is going to be at CCBC, and I hope the community embraces this. It's going to be for traumatic brain injury awareness and prevention, and this is 3 years of me working my butt off to bring traumatic brain injury awareness and prevention to our community. Unfortunately, it's not talked about enough. It is a worldwide epidemic that is as easy to solve as me sharing information with you and sharing with the people you love, so they're not in danger. That's wearing helmets while riding bikes and skateboards, and I see people all over the place all the time that unfortunately kids aren't doing it. So it's setting them up for a possible...
You do adults.
Yes, well, adults as well.
I've seen them on the motorcycles.
Yes, and it comes down to me about hearing stories about people playing soccer and being hit in the head by the ball one time, and we're in the shape that I was in that I could not remember if I just washed my hair for about 3 years in the shower. So, we need to protect our kids. We really need to get the word out there. I talk to coaches and they get a little bit of information. They feel very confident they have the information to protect the kids, but we're not there yet. And I'm in touch with Barry Williams from the Department of Recs, and now I've opened up a dialogue with Dallas Dance from Baltimore Public School, Baltimore County Public Schools, so I'm really happy about this. I also have a petition to Dr. Phil to start bringing awareness on his show. And I'm not the first one to ask him. I hear from different people that I talk to on the internet that they've asked as well. And it's a shame that people won't pick it up. An epidemic that we can stop by sharing information with each other. How in the world aren't we doing this as society? I was doing basically the community of Dundalk. Dundalk gave back to me. They gave me a foothold on putting my life back together. This is 6 years since having the accident. I'm still trying to figure out how to put my life back together. But the interesting part is through social media. I've just done a interview with someone internationally, so it's really cool. And this is going to be part of a global effort to bring traumatic brain injury awareness. And I'm going to be doing 24 hours on DUNDALKTV about brain injuries for that day of brain awareness. So, and I pretty much passed out information to everyone else, but I haven't given you some. Please share this information with other people. The website is on here for my Facebook, and you'll be able to find the petition to Dr. Phil. Please sign that, leave comments, and hopefully we can stop this tragedy from happening to so many people. It's totally unnecessary. So it comes down to knowledge is the key. I am 100% sure that prevention is the #1 cure, and knowledge is the key. And that's some of the talking points that I work on my YouTube site. So thank you very much, Carolyn, for the work that you do, and everyone else.
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
First, you said you've opened the conversation with Dallas Dan.
Yes.
What's the outcome of that?
Well, right now, I've asked him to come to the picnic, and I've spoken to his assistant. We're talking back and forth. I actually want to have someone from his office come if he's able to. He has 3 events that day, and I fully understand that he has already been scheduled for some things, but I want to have someone come to keep that going. And on the website right now, each and every day leading up to it, every business day, putting out a different article on DUNDALKTV about a different story about traumatic brain injuries. Well, recently the NFL has come out with some stuff, including today, that Under Armour and the commissioner of NFL has wound up talking about things. But one of the stories was about a kid that played for, this was a lawsuit that just came out. He played for, what was it, a college in Baltimore. He was playing, and he said, "Coach, I don't feel good." He said, "Come on, to some degree, come on, boy, suck it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get out there." Well, the next day he was dead. So, and this can easily happen to so many people. Coaches I have coaches that, you know, and I am really admire people that coach and give to kids and everything, give their time to them, and they're out there trying to do the right thing. But by not letting them know the information that can protect them, and then giving them a sense false of that too, a false sense of security that they're doing everything the way they're supposed to. If you don't have baseline testing before the injury, you cannot determine when the individuals should be really going back. I talked to someone at I went to a department of the presidents of the rec council, and a woman said, my son was a goalie, he had 2 concussions. And she said, so I wound up making sure he wears a helmet now. And I got him baseline tested. Well, the baseline testing, you'll never know where he was at beforehand because that's already, you know, out the window. So you can't get back to where you were at, so you won't know. And my point is, why wasn't he wearing a helmet beforehand? You're supposed to wear a helmet while riding a bike, but you're not supposed to use your head at all. But when you play soccer, you're supposed to use your head.
Right.
No helmet. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. So,
Okay,
and your second question?
so I guess in terms of where you are with Dallas Stance,
Yes.
it's just, you've just done outreach, trying to engage them in and trying to get them at the picnic. to
Well,
do
I'm
some
hoping he
support.
comes and there is, you know, some
Okay, so-
sort of dialogue, and I'm sending him the updates, and they were receptive to that. So that's a positive sign to me. Anybody that's receptive, I really appreciate it.
Which they could hopefully bring it into the classrooms.
Well, they even took the flyers and they took them to one of the meetings they had, and they were distributing at the meeting. So, you know, I feel that that's a
Well,
positive.
With the school system, if you provide them with flyers, they'll literally hand them out to the kids at school, as long as it's coming from somewhere reputable, as long as you get them to them.
Right.
So
Well,
that's-
I was
so
very
that's-
appreciative of that. Actually, McDonald's has advertised, East County Times, the Dundalk Eagle, also the Baltimore Guide's doing that. The Dundalk Life is looking to pick a story up, and also Fox 45 and the CCBC's Mike Gimbel is looking to do something on trauma on his show. So I am thrilled that you know,
Right.
I started this out right now. My camera, my tripod back there, that's $100 worth of equipment. I'm looking to maybe put out another $100 to $200 at this picnic. So in about a year, at $100 worth of equipment, and you know, I'll be holding a picnic, bringing awareness the way I have. 11,000 views on Dundalk TV, 15% of those geared towards traumatic brain injury. I think that's a success, what I've been able to accomplish. So,
Yeah.
and it's been through the
Done very
community
well.
and also through the paper. So it's been great, and I'm getting a lot of support from people, and I really appreciate it. Yes, Irene.
I don't think you could use the word picnic.
It's an old-fashioned family day picnic. I can use it very
It's
easily.
an outing.
Okay, well, it's
If you
part of a
say
global
picnic-
effort for picnics.
Picnic means food.
Okay, well, you bring your own in a basket. It's
I know.
picnic.
Yeah, picnic, you do bring your own.
Picnic
This isn't a
basket.
giveaway, it's in a giveaway. Like I said, you know, I'm living on $7,000 a year. I can't buy everybody food to come,
I'm
sorry.
not saying why not. People might think you could buy.
I'm thrilled that I can do what I'm able to do.
Yes,
I'm on a
you are.
shoestring budget without the shoestrings.
Not catered.
Well, it's a picnic, it's, you know, it's an old-fashioned
It's a
family day
picnic.
picnic. You bring your own
You
food.
bring
you
your own
know.
blanket.
When you went to an
bring your own
old-fashioned
shared
family day
food,
picnic, you
drink.
brought your own basket, did you not? No, sir.
Right,
That's what it is.
Well, you
So,
need to emphasize that a little.
because people, Scott, in today's world, you haven't realized, but you have to be
Precise.
very
Uh-huh.
specific, because unfortunately,
Irene's
there are
around.
people, Irene's.
Bring your blankets, chairs, and picnic baskets. If you bring your picnic basket and looking to take food away from there and don't bring it with you, I'm sorry, you're gonna be in for a surprise that day.
But see, you shouldn't put in your picnic basket food in it, because some fool is coming with an empty basket.
Well, if they do, I'm sorry, but we just might make fun of them. I don't
You
know.
can hit her, Irene.
Okay, second
I
question.
think they're
Yeah.
quite
You
aggressive
said-
going on what
You
she
said you
does.
did an interview with someone international.
Yes, and it's Annie, her name is Annie Ricketts, and it's on Dundalk TV right now. And it was a Skype interview, and she is the one who started the global TBI picnics.
She
Be careful.
started what?
She started the global traumatic brain injury picnics. And she was kind enough to do an interview with Dundalk TV, so.
Have you gone to any schools?
Well, I went to Dundalk Senior High, and unfortunately, when you talk to people about this, they feel very confident that they have it together, but, you know, when you start talking to them, and the first thing I say is, would you have baseline testing? And when they say no, I'm like, well, you just don't have it together, you know, you need to do baseline testing. That way you know what the person was beforehand, and where they're at during the injury, and you can actually follow their progression and know where they're at. There have been instances where people are injured, have a concussion, they go to their doctors release them, they go back and they're given the baseline test, and actually, you know, they find out from the trainers that no, they're not ready to go back yet, and they actually make a phone call to the doctor, say, sorry, but you know, this was a wrong diagnosis.
Okay, so you saying you've approached individual schools?
Well, I went to Dundalk Senior High and talked to someone out in the field that was a soccer coach. They felt very confident.
Right.
Okay, now
What you can do is just,
was they with Rec and Parks, or was it school personnel?
It was a coach. It was a coach. I don't know their name. They were
Okay, the
having
only
breakfast.
reason I'm
Don't let
asking,
anybody in there after
the only,
that.
the only reason I'm asking is, you can kind of talk to your blue in the face with a high school instructor, personnel, staff, whatever. If they don't have it coming down from above, this is the protocol, this is what's approved, they're not gonna implement it.
Right.
They
Well, I was
can't,
getting
they
a feel.
can't.
I was getting a feel. I was getting information at that point in time as well, and I was trying to let the coach know. And I spoke to someone. Now, Parks and Recs has wound up implementing a program where that if someone is injured, they take them out of the game, and they're out for a week or two. And this is what a coach said to me, word for word, is we take them out for a week or two, and then we decide when it's time for them to go back. Well, without having the baseline test, you don't know. That child could go back and be hit one more time in the head, be sitting in the corner of a room, drooling out the side of their mouth for the rest of their life, or be dead.
But that's the same thing, if you're approaching individual Rec and Park programs, they're gonna tell you that. But they have to follow their rules, regulations that are handed down to them from Baltimore County Department of Rec and Parks.
Well, this is, you know, this is the beginning. I'm not giving up. I'm not one to easily give up. I didn't get as far as I have already by being easily.
Oh, I'm just questioning whether you're approaching it from the
Well,
right
he's only one
vantage
person.
point,
He's like
because
only
you're
one
hitting
person.
up individuals
Uh.
who may even agree with you entirely, but their hands are tied.
well, I think he's talked to dance, so
Well,
that's
I'm
a
getting,
start with
right,
that.
Yeah.
and I'm getting information from them. Excuse me. I'm giving information from them to report back to their hierarchy as well. So I could say, this happened, and you know, the gentleman I was talking about, the coach, he actually wants to do an interview with DUNDALKTV and talk about a kid that was injured and the process of what went on, and you know, so then that's very, you know, that just brings a lot of weight to the conversation. It's just, you know, they'll understand and see what's going on. So especially with the kid that, you know, 22 years old, was playing, the coach said, just suck it up, you know, and the next thing you know, he's dead. So, you know, that's a perfect example
Yeah,
of how quickly and easily this can happen.
Was the coach fired?
Well, to tell you the truth, this was the old mentality. I know that, I don't know that, but I can tell you that I doubt that any coach that was doing that, you know, wouldn't love to go back and, you know, redo that. I don't think
Eat his
that.
words.
If he was following, if he was
Awareness
following-
changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember my husband saying that when he was in high school playing football, they weren't allowed to drink water
Mhm.
Right. don't
during the
hide it.
practices. They weren't supposed to drink water. And of course, now the whole deal is the kids need to be hydrated all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
So, you know, things change.
So thank you all very much.
Thanks.
And thank you for being
Are
there.
there any other issues or comments people would like to make
No,
with your community, any issues?